Hello and welcome back to episode 6 of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Local Chronicles, where, last week was the sneak peek. So in case you missed that episode, it is literally the most, there's the video after this if you go into the channel and check, where I managed to bring not only a new deck, but I went 2-2. So that deck, of course, in case you don't know, is Unchained Vanquish Soul. So I have made two small changes to the deck since that episode. The first one being I actually have one of two Fenrirs. My second one has been ordered and paid for, so by the time this video comes out, I will more than likely have it. So that way, for the next video, next week, I will have the two Fenrirs and the deck is fully complete. I spent 142.70 building this deck, excluding, staples of cards that I already had, and then the other change I made was I took out Vanquish Soul Continue, because I just don't see myself actually using it. Yes, it is a decent enough card, pay 500, target one of my Vanquish Souls and either add it to my hand or special summon it from grave. I think this card that I replaced it with is probably that bit better, and that being Vanquish Soul Dust Devil. Simply because I can activate this card as a quick play spell, target one of my Vanquish Soul monsters I control, change its battle position, then I can change face-up monsters my opponent controls to face-down defense position up to the number of Vanquish Soul monsters I control with different names. So that, I think this would come in more handy than Vanquish Soul Continue. So that is literally the only changes I have made to the deck. Adding in a Fenrir, so now I have, an extra Earth, and adding in that spell. So, yeah, not sure how many people are going to be at this locals. I'm going to hope that it's another 4 round of locals, and we'll just see how things go, because I'm very confident in this deck when I see my Vanquish Soul cards, because relying on the Unchained is fine. I can still do things, but I'd rather rely on my Vanquish Soul plays, because that way I can burn for stuff, draw stuff, pop stuff, that type of situation. So it is currently 12 now. I'll be meeting up with a friend and a friend of a friend at 3. So I have a bus to catch in 2.5 hours. So I have some other YouTube things to do, because I do have a main channel, in case you don't know. It's called Michael's Movie Corner, so I have some admin stuff to do for that. And then I will just relax for a bit, because I'm already showered. So a reminder for Yu-Gi-Oh players to wash your ass. Just in general, it doesn't have to be for going to locals, but just in general, wash your ass. And yeah, enjoy the rest of the video whilst I go do some admin shit. What's up, my man?
What's up, man? My friend.
Nice to meet you. Cool, I'm just gonna film this for the vlog. Alright, let's see if I can pull an ulti again.
When I get the
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I'll try it.
I know they're all
Wah,
saying
wah.
I need bled. If it doesn't bled, do I?
Even you break it, still gonna keep going.
I know, but I have like 4 more cards in my hand.
They're tracked. I'm just showing you what I can get out.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
just means add this.
I never got lucky.
Cards, special summon.
Round 1, I won 2-0. Droll is a hell of a card. This was my end board, so yeah, pretty happy. Round 2, I'm at table 1 versus my childhood friend Jamie. Jamie and I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh! A lot growing up, so this duel felt very nostalgic for me. I win the die roll and opt to go first. I start by special summoning Kashtira Fenrir, and then normal summon Madlove and try to activate its effect, but get hit with an Imperm. I then link into Rocka Vanquisher and add Mad Love back to hand. I then activate Abomination's Prison, adding Aruha to hand, and I set one and pass turn. My opponent draws for turn, and in main phase 1, I try to use Rocka Vanquisher's effect to bring out Mad Love, which gets impermed. He then activates Triple Tactics Talent and steals my Fenrir, which he then uses its effect to add Kashtira Unicorn to hand. He then activates Pressured Planet to add his own Fenrir to hand. He enters battle phase and attacks Rocka Vanquisher, but banishes it face down and redeclares the attack, so I take 2400 from my own Fenrir. In main phase 2, he normal summons Mimigul Dragon and activates its effect, adding another Mimigul spell or trap to hand, so he adds Mimigul Dungeon. He then activates it to search a Mimigul monster to hand, adding another copy of Dragon. He then activates both Dragon and Cerberus to special summon themselves on my field in face down defense position and pass turn, meaning I get my Fenrir back. I draw for turn, and Jamie points out that because I have 2 set monsters, I can't normal summon, and I can't attack with special summon monsters the turn that they are special summoned. But I can flip the monsters up, so I flip up Dragon, and my Fenrir gets popped, and it goes back to Jamie. I then flip Cerberus, banish the top 3 cards, and if I banish a monster, I had to give it to him. So I banish Sarama, Escape, and Chamber. I then pop my set, which was Dust Devil, and bring out Shyama, and pop the field spell. Later we learned that I couldn't pop the field spell, but we played on. I then normal summon Mad Love and attempt to activate her effect to add Snow Devil to hand. I then pop Shyama and special summon Aruha, then Shyama special summons Abominable Unchained Soul. I use its effect to pitch a card and destroy one of the dragons. I enter battle phase, swing over his 2 Mimigul monsters, then in main phase 2 I link into Rocka Vanquisher and add Mad Love back to hand and pass turn. My opponent draws for turn, and after some thinking, because of the misplay, he scoops and we go to game 2. Game 2 I made go second. My opponent normal summons Mimigul Dragon and activates its effect searching the field spell. He then activates it, adding Mimigul Slime to hand. He then activates D-Shifter. He activates Slime to special summon it to my field face down defense. He then activates Mimigul Fork, giving me the option to either flip Slime face up or pop it and he gets to draw 2. Not wanting him to gain any advantage by drawing, I opt to flip it face up in defense, which triggers Slime's effect to special summon a Mimigul from deck and change control. He special summons Mimigul Master. He then activates Triple Tactics Talent to draw 2, so my play didn't really matter. He then special summons Mimigul Cerberus to my field, face down defense. He then uses the field spell to search. He then special summons Mimigul Armor to my side of the field, face down defense. He overlays into Mimigul Throne, which he uses its effect to detach to and attach itself to Mimigul Master, gaining an extra 1000 attack. He then activates a hand trap I didn't expect to be seeing, being Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries, revealing Unchained Soul Lord Yama, banishing both my copies, and he ends turn. I draw for turn, I flip Cerberus, banishing Ash, Sarama, and Stake Your Soul, so I give him Ash, since I banished 2 monsters. I flip Mimigul Armor, which was his downfall, as it does mean his Mimigul monsters cannot be destroyed by battle, but as the recurring phrase of Arc 5, he still takes damage.
だけどダメージは受けてもらうわ。
だが魔剣ダーマには貫通効果がある。
でもダメージは免れないわ。
だがファイヤーダンサーの効果により貫通ダメージは受けてもらう。しかしダメージはいく。
I normal summon Razin, add Caesar Vilius to hand, and then activate Stake Your Soul, revealing Mad Love to special summon Bogar, which I use its effect to draw 1 by revealing a Dark. I top deck Abomination's Prison, which I activate, adding Aruha to hand. I use Razin to pop cards in his column, so I get my Ash back. I set Chamber and pop it with Aruha to special summon Aruha from hand. Chamber then triggers, bringing out Abominable Unchained Soul from deck. I enter battle phase and attack one of his Mimigul monsters that has 400 attack for game, which means I'm currently 2-0, and it's probably the first time I've ever beaten Jamie in a duel. Okay, so I lost 2-0, Fiendsmith Chimera. Just eat that for me, please. Just eat that. Round 4, yet again. Just please sit on that and just.
It's not your belt.
Yeah, I don't care. Once again, I've been giving a pack to open for a friend. Let's see what I can pull this time. Oh, let's get that in frame. And full armored XC. Okay, so once again, 2-2. 2 wins, 2 losses. But I had fun because I was also going up against people I hadn't gotten the chance to go up against. Like my friend Gerald, he brought one of his friends down. He was the first person I went up against. He played Striker Orchest. Game 1, he linked into one of the new Striker Link monsters that I'm unfamiliar with. Popped my escape, my Unchained Escape, so that allowed me to bring out Abominable Unchained Soul, which allowed me to use its quick effect to discard and destroy that link, so he couldn't really do anything. So we went to game 2. Game 2, I sided in Droll and Knockbird, and thankfully I saw it in my opening hand. So once he activated Upstart Goblin, that's when I hit him with the Droll, and he just couldn't do anything, so he, scooped it up. Game 2, round 2, as you've seen, I got paired with my friend Jamie. Me and Jamie go way back to when we were kids, when he used to live across the street from me, and we would play Yu-Gi-Oh! Constantly as a kid. I would never win because I was never good enough, and I didn't have, like, a set deck. Back then, it was just random cards that I seen on the anime, or elemental heroes that I had, stuff like that. And so I would never really win, but wasn't that for me. I would just go play, have fun playing Yu-Gi-Oh! With him. So I was very happy to actually get that chance, because I've been saying to him since week 1, I hope we get paired up against each other so we can face each other. And I got to table 1 essentially, this week for 2 games in a row. So then round 3, I did lose to Fiendsmith Chimera. Game 1, I tried. I tried to do some plays, but he had, the checks for me. And so I just couldn't do anything. So scooped and went to game 2. Game 2, I opened unplayable, absolutely unplayable. So I set 3 and tried to have some stuff set up. He got rid of my evenly match, which I had sided in, and yeah, there just wasn't really anything I could do for that one. So that was a quick 2-0 for him. Then round 4, yet again facing against Aaron, but as you see in the clip, at least he wasn't playing Fiendsmith Ubel this time. He was playing Tenpai Kashtira, which was a fun duel. I'm not gonna lie. He did take it down 2-0, but that was because he relied on the Kashtira engine. Because anytime he tried to play the Tenpais, I had the checks to get rid of them, like on resolution or summon, flip my Unchained traps, get rid of it type of situation. But I was relying on those 2 games on the Unchained engine, because anytime I tried to use the Vanquisol engine, he did have outs to that. And like game 2, he literally had a lot of my key Unchained cards banished. So I just couldn't, like, I got damage in, but I just couldn't take it down. Literally, the last card that I drew before I scooped up was Stake Your Soul, and that was the only card I had in my hand. So there just wasn't anything that I could do. So once again, 2-2. But hey, at least it's consistent going 2-2, and I'm having a lot of fun with this deck. Have learned some new things about it, where I can only use 1 effect for my Vanquisol monsters per turn. So that I was unaware of. I thought I could use both effects. So I'll definitely take that knowledge into next week. So yeah, that is going to wrap this video up. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I shall see you all next Wednesday for the next episode in the local Chronicles series. I'll catch you all next time.